My child, are you ready to meet me? What if I tell you that I am coming tomorrow morning? Will you be happy, or will you be terrified? My beloved, you are not aware of this situation, but on the full moon yesterday, my angels came to me and pleaded something about you. Yes, they were assisting you since very long, and they told me something about yourself that I desire you to listen. Child, they spoke of how you have cried in secret, of how you have yearned for something deeper, something beyond what the world can offer. They showed me the quiet moments when your heart called out, my name without words, when you were too weary to pray, yet your soul whispered for me in silence. I saw how you stood still in the middle of your trials, not because you had strength, but because you had none left, and in that surrender, you unknowingly touched my robe. They showed me how you loved others even when your own heart was breaking. They told me how you resisted temptations that no one else saw, how you chose to do what was right when wrong would have been easier. They told me about the tears you wiped from others' eyes while yours were still wet. You did not know that I was watching, but I was there in every breath, in every decision, in every pain, and in every act of love. Child, you must understand this. Nothing escapes my gaze. Not your sacrifices, not your stumblings, not your quiet victories in the shadows. I know the thoughts that swirl within you, the questions you are afraid to ask, the doubts that flicker like shadows at the edges of your faith. And still I do not turn away. I have never turned away. What if I told you that every heartbeat of yours has been a song to me? That even your sighs rise like incense into my courts? What if I told you that the weight you carry, which no one else seems to notice, has already been counted by me, measured, and will be lifted in my time? Would you believe me if I said that you were never invisible to me? That before the foundation of the world, I thought of you, crafted you, chose you, and set a plan into motion that no one, not even you, can fully understand. You see time as it unfolds moment by moment, but I see it all at once. I see your beginning, your middle, and your end. I see the battles you've already won and the ones yet to come. And still I say, you are mine. No failure can change that. No mistake can separate you from me. I do not choose you because you are perfect. I choose you because I love you. My angels pleaded not because you are in danger, but because you are precious, because your life has great purpose. They see what you are becoming, what you will become, and they rejoice. The trials you endure are not punishments. They are the fire through which gold is purified. Do not despise the fire, for in it I walk beside you. I do not leave you to face it alone. I never have. And child, there is more. There is so much more than what you see. You think your prayers go unanswered because you measure me by time. But I am not limited by time. I answer according to eternity. Sometimes my silence is not absence. It is a preparation. Sometimes my not yet is not a denial. It is a weaving of circumstances in a way only I understand. Trust me, even when you don't understand. Especially when you don't understand. What if I told you that tomorrow morning I would come for you, not in judgment, but in embrace? Would your heart be ready? Do not fear, my beloved. I do not come to condemn you, but to receive you. If there is terror in your heart, let it melt away in my love. For perfect love casts out fear, and my love for you is perfect. It does not change like the seasons. It does not fade like the morning mist. It is steadfast, eternal, and boundless. When you stand before me, you will not stand alone. My Son stands with you. His righteousness is your covering, His blood your redemption, His victory your inheritance. Every accusation against you has been nailed to His cross. There is now no condemnation for you, if you are in Him. Do you believe this? Not with trembling intellect, but with the trust of a child resting in their father's arms? Your soul longs for peace, but peace is not the absence of conflict. It is the presence of me, and I am here. I have always been here. When you laughed, I was laughing with you. When you wept, I wept with you. When you sat in darkness, I was the unseen light within you. When you were betrayed, I held your breaking heart. When you failed, I extended my hand. You think you are weak, but in your weakness my strength is made perfect. You think you are alone, but my spirit dwells within you. You think you are lost, but I know exactly where you are. I am not a distant God. I am your Father. I do not look upon you with disdain, but with delight. I do not tolerate you. I treasure you. I know that sometimes you are tired of fighting, tired of waiting, tired of hoping. But listen, your hope is not in vain. The seeds you have planted in faith will bloom in my time. The tears you have shed are not forgotten. They are gathered in a bottle, written in my book, and they will water a harvest you cannot yet see. Do not compare your journey with others. I walk uniquely with each child of mine. What I do in someone else's life is not a reflection of what I will do in yours. Trust that I know what I am doing. Trust that the delays are not denials, that the detours are not rejections. I write stories with twists and turns, but always with purpose. Even now I am moving. Even now I am shifting things for your good. Even now I am working behind the scenes in ways you will only understand later. Hold on. Stay close. Keep your eyes on me. When the wind rises, look at me. When the storm rages, fix your gaze on me. I am your anchor. I am your refuge. I am your God. I am not coming to take from you. I am coming to fulfill what I have promised. I am not coming to expose you. I am coming to heal you. I am not coming to punish you. I am coming to bring you home. Will you trust me enough to open the door when I knock? Will you let me in, not just to your joy, but also into your fear, your doubt, your shame? There is no part of you I do not already see. There is no wound I cannot heal, no chain I cannot break, no darkness I cannot light up with my presence. Do not hide from me, child. Come out of your hiding. Let me clothe you in righteousness, not made by your own works, but by grace. Let me cover your wounds, not with bandages, but with resurrection. You are not what the world says you are. You are not what your past says you are. You are who I say you are. And I say you are loved. I say you are chosen. I say you are set apart. I say you are my own. Nothing can snatch you out of my hand. Not death, not life, not angels, not demons, not your worst day or your darkest hour. You are sealed with a promise. And when I come, whether tomorrow morning or in the hour you least expect, know this: I will not come as a stranger. I will come as the one who has walked with you all along. You will recognize me, not just by glory, but by love. You will see the scars on my hands and know that I bore them for you. You will hear my voice and know that I called you by name before the stars began to shine. So prepare, not with fear, but with joy. Prepare your heart like a bride awaits her groom. Cleanse your soul, not with shame, but with expectancy. Let go of bitterness. Release your grudges. Forgive as you have been forgiven. Love as you have been loved. Walk humbly and trust boldly. Child, listen closely now, for what I am about to reveal is a mystery that many overlook, though I have placed signs everywhere, and whispers have filled the earth since the beginning. My angels, my holy messengers, walk among you. You do not always see them, yet they are never far. They are my servants, appointed to assist, to guide, to protect, and to remind you of your journey toward eternity. They were with you when you took your first breath, and they shall be with you when you breathe your last. These are not merely creatures of light, nor are they distant beings of legend. They are real, created by my word, and sent by my will to help you navigate this world of shadow and light. Every time you have felt a sudden peace in the midst of chaos, every moment when you were pulled back from danger without explanation, every time your heart turned inexplicably toward goodness, love, or repentance, there was an angel nearby, gently nudging your soul toward the path of life. You may not hear their voices in the way you expect, but they speak nonetheless. They speak in impressions, in signs, in urgings of the heart. When you feel compelled to turn left instead of right, when your spirit recoils at a place or person, when tears rise in your eyes during prayer without knowing why, these are not coincidences. These are whispers. The angels do not force, they invite. They do not demand, they suggest with holy restraint, because they mirror me, gentle, patient, but relentless in love. They are not only guardians in danger, they are companions in purpose. When you pursue truth, when you kneel to forgive, when you lift your voice in song, they rejoice beside you. When you are tempted and choose to resist, they are the ones strengthening your spine. When you choose kindness over vengeance, mercy over judgment, purity over indulgence, they rejoice, and their joy echoes through the heavens. Each time you take one step closer to me, they celebrate, not because they need your success, but because they love what I love. Do you remember the time you were inexplicably comforted in the middle of despair? That was not the air shifting. It was my angel standing over you, wrapping my presence around your trembling soul. Do you recall the moment you had an unshakable conviction to call someone, to help a stranger, to return home, to delay a journey? Those promptings were not accidents. They were signs. You must learn to pay attention. Child, the spiritual realm is not far. It is here. Heaven is not above as in distance, but above in glory, layered over your world like light hidden behind a veil. My angels pass through that veil as I command. You are never truly alone. They are near when you walk through grief. They are stationed around you when you pray. When you gather in my name, they join in reverence. When you sing, they harmonize with eternal tones. When you cry, they hold your silence like precious incense before me. You cannot always see them, for they often move unseen, as I will it. If I unveiled their full presence, you would fall to your knees in awe, unable to comprehend the majesty I have hidden in their forms. They carry the brilliance of heaven, yet they humble themselves to serve you, the children of dust infused with my breath. They rejoice not because they are impressed by you, but because they are devoted to my design for your life. They love you with the love I placed in them, a love that desires only to see you flourish in holiness and find your way home to me. But child, I must warn you, many ignore the signs. Many walk blind, ears closed, hearts hardened by the noise of the world. The angels speak, but their voices are drowned by vanity, by pride, by distraction, by bitterness, by the constant rush away from stillness. You cannot hear heavenly counsel when your soul is cluttered with earthly clamor. If you want to hear, you must quiet your heart. You must train your soul to listen, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. Pay attention. Pay attention when you feel a sudden stillness in your heart before you speak in anger. That is not your conscience alone. It is the angel guarding your mouth, pleading with you to choose peace. Pay attention when a verse comes to mind when you need it most. That is not a memory. It is a messenger, drawing from the living well of my word to guide your next step. Pay attention to the dreams that burn with clarity and light, for sometimes I send my angels to speak even while you sleep. Pay attention to the delays, the rerouted paths, the closed doors. Some are protection, some are redirection, some are preparation. Do not grieve the angels by ignoring their work. They do not seek your worship, nor your attention. They seek your cooperation with my will. When you walk contrary to my ways, you silence their influence. They do not abandon you, but they step back, waiting for your return to obedience. The further you drift from me, the fainter their voice becomes, not because they lose power, but because you lose sensitivity. But when you return, even with a broken and hesitant heart, they surge to your side with joy. They never grow weary of your coming back. They never roll their eyes at your stumbling. Their patience reflects mine. Their love mirrors my own. And they help you walk the narrow path not because it is easy, but because it leads to me. And I am worth the journey. You must know this. These angels are not only personal, they are eternal. They help you not only in daily trials, but in preparing for eternity. Their guidance is not just to help you survive, but to help you thrive in your purpose. They teach you to love what is eternal, to let go of what is fading. They are your instructors in holiness. They whisper eternity into your temporary moments. Have you ever felt homesick in your soul, even when surrounded by comfort? That yearning is a sign. It is your spirit, awakened by my messengers, reminded that you are not made for this world alone. Heaven calls to you through them. Every act of kindness they inspire, every moment of prayer they stir, every nudge toward selfless love, they are building in you the character of heaven. They are preparing you to stand before me not only as a servant, but as a son, as a daughter. And child, you must understand this. Heaven is real. It is not merely a concept or a myth. It is your inheritance. It is the fulfillment of every ache for goodness, beauty, love, peace, justice, and joy that you have ever known. It is the place where you will see me as I am, and your heart will finally rest. It is where every longing will be met, every sorrow healed, every tear wiped away. The angels know this. That is why they are so invested in your journey. They are guiding you home. And do not think this is only for those who are righteous. My angels have helped murderers become ministers, thieves become saints, broken vessels become unshakable foundations. They are not impressed by your strength, nor repelled by your weakness. They serve as I instruct, and I instruct in mercy. They move where grace flows. If your heart begins to soften even now, they are already drawing near, strengthening your resolve, comforting your soul. And know this too, when you fall, they do not abandon you. When you wander, they do not despair. They know that I am greater than your failure. They know the power of repentance. When you whisper, "Forgive me," they shout for joy, because they know how I respond, with open arms and healing hands. And they rejoice not because of your punishment avoided, but because of your relationship restored. Do not fear the darkness ahead. You are not alone in it. Walk boldly even through the valley of the shadow of death, for I have stationed angels before you, beside you, and behind you. When the night is long, they are there. When the road is unclear, they light it, step by step. When the enemy accuses, they remind you of my promises. They are witnesses of your transformation, not just guardians of your body. And when the day comes for you to leave this world, when your breath slows and your eyes grow dim, it will not be death that meets you first. It will be my angels. They will be there, waiting, gentle, luminous. They will carry you through the veil, not with fear but with reverence. They will bring you before me. They will bring you home. And your soul will finally understand that every moment of obedience, every quiet act of faith, every unseen sacrifice, it was all seen. It was all worth it. So walk, child. Walk with faith. Walk with eyes wide open. Ask me to increase your awareness of my angels. Invite their help. Test every spirit, yes. But when my angels come, you will know, because they will lead you to peace, to holiness, to love, to me. They will never flatter your pride. They will never encourage selfishness. They will always point toward the cross, toward sacrifice, toward light. Teach others this too. Let the world know they are not abandoned. Let them know that even now, in this very moment, angels stand watch over children crying in silence, over elderly souls gasping for peace, over the lost and the angry, over the addicted and the ashamed. My angels are not only for the clean, they are for the seeking. They do not wait until you are pure. They help make you pure. There is no one too far, no soul too hardened, no life too shattered. Wherever my name is whispered with sincerity, they move. Wherever mercy is chosen, they attend. Wherever hope is rekindled, they rejoice. So call out and listen. Turn your heart toward me and notice the signs. Read the scriptures again, not as dead words, but as the language of angels. Hear the music with new ears. Watch the world with new eyes. I am always speaking. I am always sending help. You are not alone. My angels are with you. My spirit is within you, and I myself, your Creator, your Redeemer, your eternal Father. I am watching, loving, guiding, and waiting. So be still. Be watchful. Be courageous. And most of all, be faithful. The angels walk with you to bring you to me. And when your journey ends, they will be the first to greet you with joy. Not because your story is over, but because it has only just begun. Eternity awaits. Amen.